Hi you guys, I am
Hi,
here
everyone.
with Master Perfumer Delphine Jelk. I've been practicing the last name for a few minutes, and she is a master perfumer with none other than Guerlain. And I'm so excited to be here with her today. I don't know how I got so lucky. The universe must be shining on me today, so I'm super excited. We have all the fragrances here. Is this all of the fragrances from? No, can't not be. But this is
I'm
the
going to
private
explain
brand.
you, but we are a 200 years company.
Okay.
So we have many fragrances.
Okay.
But it's part of what we call la haute parfumerie.
Okay.
So exceptional.
It's like more of a private
Yes.
blend, private collection.
Exactly.
I've heard of them. I've not experienced them. I see one on the table that I cannot wait to get my nose on. But I want you to share with the audience your creations with the brand. So what do we have here that you have been the mastermind behind?
A lot of them actually. I work for Guerlain for many years now, for 10 years as a in-house perfumer.
Okay.
But I've started already 15 years ago in creating La Petite Robe Noire. Maybe some of your community know this fragrance. Here today I wanted to share with you the creation of this collection of called L'Art et la Matière. Why L'Art et la Matière? Because it's art and ingredients.
Okay.
Matière, it's material.
Right.
Material. Okay?
Yeah.
So the idea behind this collection is to put in light, I can say, beautiful, pure, precious ingredients.
Yes.
But not just creating something around. The idea is to take these ingredients and in a place that we don't expect.
Okay.
So what I want to do is to surprise.
Yes.
So for example, we can take Néroli Outernoir, which is one of the first fragrance I've created for this collection. There is Néroli Plein Sud also, this is the latest launch. But let's start with Néroli Outernoir.
Okay.
Néroli Outernoir, maybe you know what is Néroli.
Neroli, yes. It is, if I'm not mistaken, neroli and orange blossom come from the same plant.
Yes.
And usually my experience with neroli is very soapy.
Okay.
Not necessarily citrusy. Sometimes it comes off citrus, but I get more of the citrus from the orange blossom.
Yeah.
And I get more of a fresh soapiness from the neroli. I actually love neroli.
It really depends how it's made and the quality of the neroli.
Yes.
Because quality is very important, and that's what is amazing with Guerlain, is that I choose all the ingredients I want to use in the fragrances. So there are ingredients that are in-house for years and years. For example, the bergamot, you're going to smell it after. It has been the same quality for 3 generations. So it's really the Guerlain quality. Exactly the same for the rose. We have each year we need to have the same quality. You know? Each harvest takes place in May, and we need to find every year the same quality of rose in order to create our perfume every year the same. Okay, and for the neroli and for especially this collection, what I do is that I choose new ingredients. And for example, Néroli Outernoir, the neroli comes from Italy, south of Italy. And that's a quality that I really love. It's an organic neroli, and it's very floral. But to explain you exactly what is neroli, you're right, it's coming from the orange flower. But it's nothing more than orange flower essential oil. But we don't call it orange flower essential oil. We call it neroli. And why? Because in the 17th century, a princess called Nerolia in Italy, she loved orange flowers so much that her name was given to the essential oil.
Wow.
And since then we call it Néroli.
Okay. You taught me something new today because I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is the story of the Princess Néroli.
Ah.
And so the essential oil of orange flower, the Néroli, is very fresh. It's very bright. It has also something very symbolic that is a kind of purity. You know, the young girls in ancient times, they used to wait for their wedding. So it has a very innocent and pure symbolic and smell. And in France, it's a lot used for babies.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I can see that because it has a very calming
Absolutely.
effect.
Exactly.
And I love neroli. It's one of
Exactly.
my favorite notes in fragrance, especially here in the humidity in Texas.
Yes.
It's so hot.
It's
so
fresh.
I love something that is kind of go with the heat.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
I understand, of course. And so this neroli is very floral, is very fresh and crispy. And I wanted to it's the purpose of this collection, not having the neroli exactly where you expect it, but creating some tension, some contrast. So I blend it here with a smoked tea. You know, tea like Lapsang Souchong tea, you know, very smoky and dark and mysterious. So you have this contrast of the white and the black that makes, like, it's like, you know, Soulage, the painter, that said, from the black comes the light.
Yes.
And
from darkness comes light.
Exactly.
I have to put this on skin because I feel like for me, when I put fragrance on skin, I get to see how it really performs better than paper. What do you think? There's a thing in the community there.
Of course.
People are like, no, you should spray it on skin. Don't spray it on paper.
But it's absolutely true. And especially in the fragrances that have a lot of natural ingredients, it's very important to put it on skin because it will develop all the facets with the warmth of the skin. This
is beautiful. This is beautiful. It smells like there is some honey in here. I don't know, maybe not, but it smells.
Yeah, but you know, orange flower has a honey note inside.
Yes, that's what I get. I get the neroli. Initially, I got a very fresh, like burst of neroli. But now as it's drying down, it's getting sweeter. It's smelling warmer.
Exactly. That's the warmth of this kind of darkness with smoky notes like gaillac wood, like vetiver. And
I love
that
those
gives
woody, earthy notes.
Exactly, earthy. And I think that the contrast with the freshness, this crispiness of neroli makes it different.
Beautiful. I love this one immediately. I love it.
You want to smell another neroli because I just done another one.
So when did you do this one?
This one I made it 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yes, 2016.
Okay. You know, for me, I always tell my audience, fragrance is timeless.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, I have a lot of fragrances that I grew up with, that my grandmother wore, I think are very still relevant today.
Absolutely.
This would be one of them because it smells very modern.
Yes.
You know,
it's one of our bestsellers. This one. Yes, it's funny. Sometimes you have fragrances that are more for one market than another. For example, what they like in China, you don't especially like in the US. But this Néroli Outernoir really is appreciated everywhere.
Yes, I love this one. Love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna do another neroli.
Yes, we're gonna do another neroli because it's our latest launch, and I was thinking that we can have 2 neroli because it's really something that I love, but it's another quality. This one comes from Morocco. This is a neroli that is
smelling the spice.
Yes,
right away.
Exactly, and immediately when I smelled this quality of neroli from Morocco in Paris in my lab, and but in April when the harvest takes place, it's south of Rabat. You know, Rabat is the main city in Morocco.
Okay.
So it's quite in the north of Morocco. So I went there, and you have orange trees everywhere on kilometers and kilometers. It's really amazing. Yeah. And the air is saturated by this orange flower smell. So it's like the sky is perfumed. You know?
Yeah,
it's really amazing.
It's very aromatic.
Yes.
It's like expanding. When you sprayed it on it, I smelled it. It just, my nose went like that. The spices just opened up. And when I think about Morocco and my memories over there in this incredible country, a beautiful country, I wanted to blend it with the spices, the spices that you can find in the market, for example. Right. But there was also the idea to have it's like a flight from the north to the south of Morocco, a bit like Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Do you know this author? No.
No, this is a French author, and he was a friend of Jacques Guerlain at the time.
Okay.
Jacques Guerlain was a perfumer of Shalimar, L'Heure Bleue, and Mitsuko. And so it's like a clin d'œil to this friendship. So he was an aviator, and he wrote a book about this journey, this flight from north to south of Morocco. So when I say south of Morocco, it's the Sahara. So it's really the desert. Yes. So that's why you have this freshness of the neroli, of course, coming from the north, and early harvest in the morning. Okay. But with the contrast of the heat of the desert and the Sahara. Yes. So with leathery notes, with vetiver, and also with spices. Yes. And I've smelled, when I was creating this fragrance, I've smelled turmeric extract. That is very interesting. Yes. Because turmeric is quite new in perfumery as a beautiful ingredient. I used to smell already some qualities, but not good. But this one is really, really good. It's an extraction that is made at a low temperature. So they are very close to the ingredient that you know that you use in your juice or anything. Yes, so turmeric, I think of something that I know some people put it in cocktails. Absolutely, some people put it in food. Some people put it in soaps, and they wash their face. It's supposed to have these properties that help, like, give you beautiful skin and healthy skin. So I know it in that capacity. I've never smelled it in fragrance before. Yes, it's quite new. You're right, and but the idea was to use this turmeric and have I imagine that you can have the benefit of it. Exactly like when you put it in your juice. You know that turmeric, you have to blend it with ginger or with black pepper to enhance the quality, to make it, to have the benefits of it. Right. And so that was the same idea, because I really do believe that what is active in your body when you have a juice, for example, I really do believe that with fragrances you have the benefit on your mind. Yes. So this is definitely a journey. Yeah, I wanted to have this feeling good effect of the turmeric blend with the ginger. Okay. In this fragrance, and it's also, of course, about the memories of Morocco and what is Morocco for me. So there is also cinnamon in it that gives a warmth behind. So it's in between cold and warm spices, and also the cold, fresh, crispy neroli, and the heat of the sun. I don't know. I feel like I like this one a little bit better. They're both beautiful, but if I had to pick one, I feel like this one would be my speed. Because I love spice and fragrance. So this is Néroli Plein Sud. Exactly. To have the spices, because I think that it was very popular for years ago, but we don't find so many really spicy notes, and I think it's interesting. Oh, this one. There is a sexiness with spices, and with new spices like turmeric, it gives something different.
Yeah. And it's not an over-the-top spice, you guys. For those that are not into spice, because I have a lot of viewers, they don't really like spice.
Yeah.
It's a very soft spice.
Oh yes, this is an orange flower first, with a lot of bergamot and a big freshness.
Yes.
And the warmth behind with like a leathery woody note.
Yes.
Yeah. Amber note that makes it warm.
Yes.
Not over spicy.
No, not over spicy.
But I think that it gives a kind of signature. But it's not overwhelming.
It's not overwhelming. This is something I feel like, for me, because I work, I feel like this is something I could wear into the office and not offend anyone.
Yeah.
No, they would not. They would be asking me what are you wearing? And once I get this on my skin and it warms up, I know the sillage is gonna be amazing because I'm just doing this, and it's just kind of jumping off the paper.
Well, it's true that the trade is very important, and that's why I always say that when I create fragrances, I love the blank page. I have to say that you know the starting point when I have this, I have an emotion, an inspiration, and it's. So I write down some ingredients and the proportions, and I send it to the lab, and it comes back to me as a lab sample. So it's so exciting, you know. It's really I love this part of my job
because that's your creativity.
Yes.
So ultimately, you're an artist. You're an artist, and
it's an expression.
It's like
of course.
The notes are like your oils
and
your colors and your paints and everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's exactly the same. Exactly. And but after a second pass start, it means that a good perfume is a perfume that lasts on the skin, that has a trail. You know what I mean? It's very important. And at Guerlain, it's part of the signature of the house. I'm very attached to the signature of the house that is made around what we call la Guerlainade. So those are extracts. Okay.
Yes.
And I wanted to show what is the Guerlain signature with this collection of extracts. So those are 6 ingredients: bergamot, rose, jasmine, iris, tonka bean, and vanilla.
Okay.
And since the creation of Shalimar in 1925, those ingredients are in the heart of all the Guerlain perfume.
Okay.
So sometimes the 6 of them, sometimes just 4 of them, and in different quantities.
Yes.
So it really depends. But it's like a red thread, you know, in the Guerlain signature. For me, it's exactly like the tweed at Chanel.
Yes,
you know?
Because that's what she's known for. That's what Chanel is known for. Yes.
This is the signature. So every season you will find like tweed in
something
in the Chanel collection.
Yes.
But made differently each year, and it's becoming like timeless.
Right.
And it's exactly the same for the Guerlain. You don't create for Guerlain like you do for other brands.
Okay.
So it's really my red thread. I'm very attached to it, and it allows me to be very creative because I have this red thread, you know. So it's really comfortable for me. I have this, and I love those ingredients. Really, it's really part of my signature also today. But what made the Guerlain signature, the Guerlain DNA, those 6 ingredients, but also a Guerlain fragrance is really enveloping.
Yes.
It means that it has something very almost caring, and the perfume lasts on the skin, and it has big trail. I think that a Guerlain fragrance has an aura. You know, in France we say very often, I don't know what you're wearing, but I know it's a Guerlain.
Yeah.
So it has really this
You
strong
have a signature.
Exactly. So this is very important to me to honor what I'm doing. You know, I see my mission like reinterpreting the style of Guerlain.
Yes.
The maison exists since 1828. Can you imagine?
Long time.
200 years already. or almost.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. We have a huge patrimony with more than 1,000 fragrances that have been created.
Yes.
We still sell today more than 150 fragrances in our boutiques.
It's
so
a lot.
It's a lot.
I think that's why it's taken me so long to really get to know the Guerlain brand, because it's so many. I have to take small steps and explore it this way and explore, you know, different signature scents, because otherwise I get overwhelmed.
Of course.
Because it's just so.
Napoleon asked Guerlain to create a new bottle.
Okay.
For his wedding with Eugenie, the princess. Okay. And he asked a bottle with bees, because that was the symbol of Napoleon.
Ah, that's where the bee comes from.
Exactly.
I've always wondered about that.
The bee is really a symbol of the Maison Guerlain.
Yes.
And we call it the bee bottle. You've seen it already. So it's still the same bottle with I think 69 bees on the bottle.
Yes.
And so a few years ago, we've decided to engage ourselves to protect the bees, as it is so important in the house for so many years. And so honey is part of the Abeille Impériale skincare range for many years. And to preserve biodiversity, we've decided to install beehives in the garden of our producers.
Okay.
For example, the bergamot that we buy in south of Italy, in Calabria.
Okay.
So it's made there, I told you, for many generations, for 3 generations, so for many years. And so the producer accepted to install beehives in his garden.
Okay.
So just next to the bergamot, and orange trees, lemon trees, etc. And so we obtain very citrusy honey. And as this man is very creative, he knew how to extract this honey in a beautiful way. So it means that for the first time, I've got an extract of honey that really smells honey.
Yes.
Like when you put your nose on a honey pot.
Yes.
It's really close to it. So when I smelled that, I wanted to do a fragrance around it because it's so beautiful. Until then, you know, what we had was like beeswax extract, but it's very waxy.
It's
very animalic.
I'm glad you said that, because for me, honey and fragrance is hit or miss.
Yes.
But what I've smelled so far smells so realistic.
Exactly.
Like I know honey is not there.
Yeah.
But I pick it up in the
smell one that is made
it.
to smell the tobacco honey.
And this is a very popular one. Everybody in the fragrance community, this is my very first time smelling this.
Really?
So super excited.
Yes, it's very
Everybody
popular,
loves
right?
this one.
And I'm so happy for that, because
and you created this
I was passionate about this creation, and when I made it, it's
immediately
it's the blend of tobacco, so tobacco leaves, like blonde tobacco, with this quality of honey that is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
So I've decided to overdose this note to really catch the beautiful scent of this totally natural ingredient coming from Calabria.
Yes. And one thing to note, whenever I talk about tobacco to my audience, people instantly think smoke.
Yeah.
This is not smoky.
Not at all.
No, this is leafy.
Yes,
like a natural tobacco leaf.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's leafy. It's there is a lot of vanilla, almost like a chocolate note that gives this addiction, you know.
Yes.
But it's not burned. It's not smoky.
No, not
it's
at all.
really like fresh tobacco leaves, not done at all.
It's very delicious. It almost is kind of leaning like a gourmand to me. Like I get the tobacco leaf. Gourmand. Yes, but it's I can imagine an hour or two into me wearing this, it's gonna smell very much like a gourmand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I get instantly.
You have this vanilla.
The vanilla, the honey.
The honey that are blended with very soft wood, sandalwood.
Yeah.
That makes it even a little it's leafy and creamy at the same time.
Very much so. Now there's a difference in concentration. So this would be parfum.
This is eau de parfum.
Okay.
This is eau de parfum.
Okay.
They are concentrated. Can go until 20, 22. But those are extrait and
these
they are all at
30%.
30%. Yeah, and the vanilla is here. And this vanilla, I'm going to explain to you how I've made this one. There is a special ingredient in this vanilla called vanilla tincture.
Okay.
Because at Guerlain, what we do is that we buy vanilla beans, organic vanilla beans from Madagascar.
Okay.
And we receive them in the factory near Paris.
Okay.
When we receive them, so you can imagine they are not dry, they are like very fatty and beautiful beans. We're gonna cut them in small pieces like this and dip them in an organic alcohol. Okay. For 3 weeks.
Okay, so you're gonna soak them.
And after this infusion tincture, we will remove the vanilla beans.
Yes.
And we filter the infusion.
Okay.
And I will use it in the fragrance.
In the fragrance, yes.
That's why the vanilla that you're smelling right now is gourmand, of course, sweet.
Definitely.
But not just sweet. It's not a vanilla cake. It's a vanilla that is more like the true bean, smell of the bean. It means that there is a kind of spicy note, a little leathery, a little woody, a little balsamic, you know, and of course also gourmand and delicious.
Yes.
But this is the vanilla that we do at Guerlain. This is this kind of scent.
I love this. I love it. In the opening, it has this kind of bright. Is there bergamot in the opening?
No.
Something bright. It's just straight vanilla.
Okay. Yeah. Here you have it.
Okay, so when you were mentioning the other things that you get from the vanilla, like the leather, the balsam, I smell it now.
Yes.
In the opening, but when it was drying down, I smell more.
Have the good one.
Yeah. This is good. So if you guys like vanilla,
yes, you can definitely go for this one.
That one, and I highly recommend the tobacco.
So this is the Musc Outerblanc. I was thinking that it's very interesting to have a musk because I'm like crazy about musk.
I love musk.
I love the fact that it's so clean and soft and intimate. But I wanted a musk that has an aura that we can smell you when you pass by, and you know. So I wanted also texture because sometimes musk is so clean that it's like no texture, you know.
Can I guess what's in here?
Yes.
Okay, so definitely musk.
Yeah.
And I'm picking up on maybe an orris root or maybe a violet. Iris.
Yes.
It's powdery.
Exactly. It's exactly. There is a powdery note. There is iris. There is orange flower and rose.
Yeah. I love this.
So I make it very floral, but and to give the texture, I have this iris now that gives something very Guerlain, and also something like it makes it very. I think it makes it very chic.
very chic. These are like, I have a lot of fragrances, but these type of musky scents are what I go for when, number one, I don't know what I want to wear. Like I want to wear something and I have so much to choose from. I usually go for one of those because they're soft and they're intimate for me. Like I can wear this to bed if I want to, you know. And I always go for these. I have a small collection of musk fragrances. That's why when I smell this, I knew instantly. I said, I smell the iris. And I love iris and I love violet.
Okay.
A lot of people usually don't go for those notes.
I need you to smell the iris because it is my favorite in the Extrait collection. And
Let's see.
I really love iris.
This is very classy immediately.
Yes.
Like for me to wear this one, I feel I would have to be dressed up.
Yeah.
In, you know, black tie, like I'm going somewhere.
But don't you think that with cashmere, ivory cashmere sweater?
Yes, I see that too. Yes.
It could be very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, and I can tell you it lasts forever. And on cashmere, this iris, I love that.
Yes, it's
the
very
softness,
soft.
you know,
You took it right out of my mouth. Soft. That's exactly what I get from this. Love this. Oh my God, everything that I've smelled, I love.
Oh, great!
I love
I'm
everything.
happy.
So tell me, what are you working on next? What is your next project? As much as you can give it information.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to know that I work on fragrances that will, when I end a fragrance, a creation, it will be launched 16 months after. So it's a long time.
Yes.
So when I have to stop the creation because it's time, it's always like so difficult because you know, the doubts are coming up and like, oh my God, is it good enough? Is it, you know? And so that's really the most difficult time.
Yeah.
But I have to, and generally I'm very happy 16 months after to find it back, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like it. It's good.
Because it has to sit, right?
Yes. So the next launch in this collection of l'art et la matière will be a patchouli.
Oh, I love patchouli too.
Yeah,
I love patchouli.
And so it's really, do you say un exercice de style, like style exercise? Do you use this word?
What is it again?
It's like I wanted to work around patchouli, which is really difficult to make it yours, you know?
Yes.
Because it's a tough ingredient.
It really is, and it's not like a lot of people in the fragrance community don't love it.
Exactly.
I feel like patchouli is a note.
It's a bit a hate or love.
Yes, absolutely. Luckily for me, I love it.
Yeah.
But other people,
me
they don't.
Me too. I love it, but it's true that when I create with patchouli, it's not easy because I feel that, it's not easy to dump. But I took the challenge to use an overdose of patchouli. In this patchouli, because this is what this collection is about. It's not like to please everyone. It's like you're gonna find the one that is made for you.
Yes.
But I don't wanna please everyone and be like a little of this and a little of that. So I've decided for the patchouli to really offer a patchouli, and so I try to dump it with, with patchouli. What is really surprising is that it's very earthy.
Yes.
It's very aromatic in the top, like camphor, and so it's tough. It's harsh. It's harsh. And at the same time, it's so sensual.
Yes.
So I wanted to make this sensuality come out, and I think that it's so sexy.
Yeah.
And to make it sexy, and I have to tell you that the name is Patchouli Paris. but my code name was I've Got You Under My Skin.
Okay.
And
So this sounds very sexy.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. It's like it has to smell love, passion between two souls and two bodies. And I like this idea of really a high sexiness and sensuality. So I blend it with a lot of musk.
Okay.
With ambre fixe, also ambroxan.
Oh, I love ambroxan.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of it, and vanilla, of course, because vanilla is so Guerlain. So you will see it's a patchouli that is quite right in your face, but enveloped with a lot of sensuality.
Seduction.
Like you have silk sheets around this patchouli.
I'm excited to smell it.
Yes.
So you're working on it?
I'm just done with this one, so it will be launched next. And I'm
so
working
it's just sitting.
But I'm working on 2026 right now.
Okay.
And
2026.
Yeah, but it's too early for me to tell you what is it.
So so you're already working on things in the future.
Yes.
We haven't even we're barely in mid 2024. So you're already in 2020. You're ahead of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the best for me is to have time to work on fragrances.
Yes.
And if I have to stop the creation 16 months before the launch, and if I want like 1 year to work on the fragrance, which is, I think it's important to have many months. Because it's the creation. This is, I have something and that I like, there is the emotion I had in mind, but after I have to wear it and to see, is the balance here?
Yes.
It has to be well balanced, the harmony has to be perfect, but not too perfect, because it's important to have like some accident, that makes it like, ooh, what is this?
Yeah.
If it's too polished, it's not interesting.
And sometimes the best things come out of the unexpected.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you're trying to just get it perfect, it's never going to be perfect.
Yes.
And sometimes those little...
The emotion has to be here.
Yes. I feel like in life, the times that I go through that I did not expect, the best times ever. Yeah. So
you
I
have to be surprised.
Yes, you have to be surprised. Otherwise, life would just be so boring.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why I'm so surprised that I'm here with you today. I'm like, is this real? Is this picture myself like, okay? But I have enjoyed this moment.
Thank you so much.
I can't even explain to you how much this means to me to sit here with you and go through all the Guerlain fragrances. It's been a joy, a pleasure, and I'm so happy that...
Thank you.
Okay, that was great.